All right, guys, this actually is a recorded video, but it's done May 30th, 1:13 p.m. Our webinar is at 2 p.m., so I'm actually doing this today. I just wanted to be able to take out my credit card information and whatnot whenever I go to pay for this particular list that I'm about to buy here. So what you want to do is you want to go to listsource.com. You can see right here, there's the domain, and we are going to buy a list today. Very, very simple. So once you log in, you're going to want to click right here, create your own list. It's going to take you to this page here. So a list that I want to focus on today is Lindbergh High School. It's a school here in St. Louis, Missouri, and it's one of the best public schools. And it's actually one of the best places to buy houses to flip. And it's actually very difficult to get rentals in this area, at a good price. So here's the map of St. Louis, as you can see. SchoolDistrictFinder.com is a great tool. So let's say we want to find Webster Groves High School, St. Louis. You can use this website, and it'll locate that school district. And it's really great for real estate professionals like ourselves when determining if a property is on this side of the street or on that side of the street and what school it may be in, because that can change the value quite a bit. So again, we're going to be focusing on Lindbergh High School, or just the Lindbergh District, St. Louis, Mo. And here's the area. Sometimes it's going to pull up multiple districts, but it's really simple. Up here in the top right-hand corner, you can just go uncheck the ones that you want, and basically this is going to give me all of the parameters of the school district, basically where the school district services. So what we're going to do is, if you go into Google and just type in zip code map, this was like the first or second site that I came across, and basically it is just a great tool to show you the zip codes and where they're located at. So I basically narrowed down the zip codes that I wanted that kind of match my area of Lindbergh School. So I used this here basically to kind of get the outline, and I went here to find the zip codes, and basically here are the zip codes that I'm wanting to target today. So you can see Crestwood, Sappington, Sunset Hills, Concord, Fenton, and Grantwood Village. Sappington and Crestwood actually share a zip, so that makes it easy. So we really only have, I should actually change this to, let's see, 3, this is 4, or no, this would be 3, 4, 5. So we have 6 cities, but we only have 5 zip codes. That's the main point here, guys. That's the main point. So what we're going to do, and I have a couple additional nearby schools as well, because what I'm wanting to do is I'm wanting to buy a list of, roughly anywhere between 1,000 and 2,000 names, just as an example for today's webinar, just to kind of show you guys. So again, SchoolDistrictFinder.com. You can find your school districts this way. Assuming this is the kind of search you're wanting, but this is what I'm going to do today here to show you guys. And then we can use just a zip code locator map, and then figure out the districts or the zip codes that you want. Now you don't always have to search by schools. You can do, there's hundreds of different ways that you can search, but in this scenario we're just going to do this school district. So again, go into listsource.com. You're going to want to log in. Once you log in, click your own, or create your own right here. And then what I want to do is I want to go into your search criteria. And you can notice that there's a bunch of different ways you can search. And there might even be a school district option in here. If not right now, there will be later. So we're going to just do it by zip code. If you click on your state here, if you've never been into ListSource, it's going to give you all the zip codes in the state. We don't want that. That's way too many. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to go over here and we're going to copy and paste. And you see I actually have 263,126, so I don't really need to add that twice. I'm just looking for these zip codes. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we're going to copy those. Go back over here in the list source, and at the bottom here you can actually copy and paste. And then what I want to do is I want to delete the text and just keep the numbers in there. So that'll take me 1 second to do this here, folks. Hang with me. And then I'm going to add those. So there should be 5 that get added. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Perfect. Now, if you look over here at the top, it's giving me the number of counts. So this is what I'd be purchasing in the event that I just wanted to get all of the addresses of these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 zip codes. Basically, they would give me 51,000 addresses. Well, it's way too much. So we want to start narrowing this down. So in this scenario, I'm mailing to Lindbergh Schools, And I am not going to really just focus on absentee owned houses here, nor am I going to focus on vacant houses here because there's very few absentee or vacant houses in this really hot part of town. So what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to try to find those who have high equity, who have owned the property for a long time. So I'm going to click on mortgage here. We're going to click on first mortgage. And we are going, actually, you have to click up here. First mortgage. Then I'm going to select a criteria. So I'm going to do a loan to value. We're going to keep this scenario very, very simple. But the loan to value, I am going to want high equity here. So the loan percent to the value needs to be low. So really, I want to get homes that are going to be between maybe 40%, or the loan on the house is going to be between 1 and 40%. That means they have high equity. So we're going to select those and we're going to add. I notice up here it went from 51,000 down to 5,359. So if I were to remove these, you can see the count up here is going to change. It's very, very cool, the system here. It's 51,000. We're going to add these in there. And that is going to basically give us, they have a loan on the house, but that loan is anywhere between 1 and 40% of the estimated value. So that basically means they have 60% equity in this home based upon, this system here. So 5,000 is still a little too high. I want to get this narrowed down to closer to maybe 2,000 or so names. So next, what I'm going to do is I am going to, and this tool over here kind of shows you, how many houses are within each and whatnot. So this is really cool system. Next, I'm going to go over here to property, and I really don't want 1-bedroom houses, and I'd prefer to really have houses that are 3-bedroom, but I don't want to narrow my results down too much. So we are going to try from 2 to 5 and just kind of see what happens. So that puts me at 4,000. So that's probably still too much. So I'm going to remove this, and I'm going to actually do 3 to 5. Whoop. And we're going to see if that can get my results down a little bit more. So that puts me at 4,000, so that's good. And I also want to have 2-bedroom houses. So we're going to say 2 to 5. And again, watch my results here. It goes from 4,080. Once I click add, it takes me down to 3,600. So it removed 400-ish because of they might be 1-bathrooms. And if I scroll down and I look at this count, it'll show me that there's 37,000 or 33,000 homes that match, but they have to match all of this criteria. So that's why my total up here is 3,643. So basically at this point, I'm shooting for the Lindbergh School District. I'm shooting for high equity. I want 2 bathrooms, 2 to 5 basically. I wonder if I can remove this and just say from 2 and not a 2 at the bottom and just add it. It won't let me, no problem. So 2 to 5. Again, that puts me about 3,600. So I need to keep going down. So let's see what demographic is. This is household. It gives me a bunch of different things in here. So this is basically demographics. So really what I want to do is I want to go back to property, and I want to see if I can find people that have been living in these homes for a long, long period of time. So it's been a while since I've been in here, but we'll find this here. You can also do it by equity percent. That's another way other than loan to value. So that might be another good tool. So maybe in this scenario, we'll do 60% up to 100% and see if that changes anything. Puts me at 2,800. So that definitely helps. So some homes, may or may not even have a loan. So this gives me some of those as well. So not only do we have a loan to value that's low, we have high equity, 2+ bathrooms, 3+ bedrooms, and I'm at about 2,800 in this list so far. I could exclude corporate owned and it's going to change my list if I do so. Mailing address is complete is already added as well because I don't want to get properties that don't have complete mailing address. It's not going to do us any good here today. So let's take a look at a couple other things real quick. I just kind of want to see if I can narrow this down just a little bit more. And let's see here, municipality, township, county, city, area code. None of that really matters. Let's go back here to mortgage. And let's do mortgage origination date. That's not, I want that. Let's try. Let's do mortgage amount. So we're not really looking to buy massive homes in this area as a wholesaler, but we could probably go up to about 400,000. So we're gonna do 400,000, basically all the way down to zero, and just kind of see what happens. So again, we're at 2878, and we're getting close. I want to be between 1 and 2,000. So let's see what happens when I do this. If I add those in there, that gets me to 2,800. So let's remove these lower two tiers and see what that does. It puts me at 446. So there's quite a few homes that were lower. So maybe let's add this one back. That puts me at 1,700. That's a great number. That's a really good number. So let's use this list right here, guys. So don't overthink this, guys. It's very simple. So again, I went to schooldistrictfinder.com and I selected a school district that I wanted. And I went and found the zip codes that were in there. And I didn't even need to use these additional ones. We were able to narrow it down. And then I went to list source. I created my own list. And I narrowed it down. So I did it by zip code. I did it by loan to value. I did it by mortgage amount, basically anything from 50,000 to 400,000 in my area. I wanted at least 2 bathrooms with a cap of 5, at least 3 bedrooms with a cap of 5. And again, I wanted high equity. So this high equity and this loan to value kind of go hand in hand, but they're pulling from different data sources. So it's good to have that. So it looks to me like this is a perfect list. I'm ready to go. I'm going to purchase this list. We're going to go ahead and just buy this list right here live. And we are going to mail this list as soon as we buy it. So we have a count of 1729. I don't want any of the suggested stuff here. I don't need to add to my order. So this list is $385.78. I want to remove duplicate properties. So let's see if that changes. 1729, it didn't. And notify me 15 days before deleting this list. I don't need to worry about that because I'm going to download it. So we're going to click to continue here. And we are going to see where the cost comes in to be purchasing this list. So it just kind of gives you a general rundown. Now, again, I am logged in, so you'll need to create an account. Just up here you can see, welcome, David. Then I'm going to place my order, guys. I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to buy this. So I'm going to have to bleep this. Actually, I could use PayPal, and I won't even need to mess with bleeping out the credit card info. Even better, guys. This is great. So we'll just buy this list with PayPal. Let this guy load here. And we are going to use a different PayPal. Let's see here. Where do I log out of this one? Not you. We're going to use this one. This is our company's PayPal account. And we're going to use American Bank of Missouri, which is what we want. And we're going to go ahead and hit click continue. And it should push us right back into list source and give us a success message. Here we go. So what I like to typically do with these is just take a screenshot. Can't hurt. That way I kind of know what's going on. Save that for later. You can also print this message right up here at the top. So I have a screenshot of that. It says, thank you for your order. Credit card was accepted and a transaction was processed successfully. Credit card statement will reflect this charge as listsource.com. That's what you're going to see online. And now I want to get my list. So where do I go to get my list? I'm going to click next right here. And it is going to generate my list. So there's 1,729 names on that list. I can view my criteria if I want to kind of see what I bought right there. I can run a report. I can label it. I can rename it, or I can export it. So in this case, I'm just going to export this list. We're going to export it out as a CSV file. That's basically just an Excel sheet. So we'll click next. Upper and lowercase, all upper, include name, and that. Yep, all that looks good. We'll just click submit, and it is downloading my list. So we are going to open that list. And that list is going to look like this. It's going to have the owner's name, their name, their last name, their first name, their middle name, a suffix maybe, but tons of information. And then the mailing address of those individuals. And that's what we really need, is the mailing address and the name of the individual. So in the next video, guys, that's basically how to purchase a list, how to go find it. There's 100 ways to do it. Doesn't have to always necessarily be by school district or by zip code or by high equity, or there's a bunch of different ways. So you can, in your own market, determine what you're looking for and what you want to do, and go with that. So that is our quick little video about purchasing a list if you aren't going to create your own. In the next video, we will talk about mailing this list.